Please.
Can you hear me, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last day, it was the last instrument where we were discussing Kerras T-tube. So where it is used? See, it is called T-tube because its shape is like T. This is the long part, and these two parts are the shorter parts. These two, and we are mostly using it in the CBD, common bile duct operation, CBD explorations. Thank you. We are using it in the common bile duct exploration. Last class we have discussed about the Rayleigh tube. We have seen that Rayleigh tube there is a radio opaque marks. Similar way in T-tube also there is, you can see those markings. Can you see? Yeah, this is given for radio opacity. After inserting the tube and post-operative period, if the patient is having some problem, how can you know that the tube is in position or not? Then you can take a cholangiogram, and by this you can see before the cholangiogram you will take a picture and you can see that the position of the T-tube. Then with the cholangiogram you will see the patency of the tube and the patency of the CBD. Okay, and other indications are also there. So where to use, we have discussed that after CBD exploration for stone colorectal lithiasis, we can use this thing over the T-tube. We can close the CBD. Someone also with the place with the T-tube only and no closure of the CBD also. It depends upon the surgeon decision. You can insert the T-tube through the cystic duct as well. In some situations where cystic duct is wide open and it is not necessary to make another opening, so that in that condition you can insert it through the cystic duct also. But this is not the regular way. We are mostly using the anterior surface of the CBD, little bit just distal to the cystic duct and the CBD junction. We make an opening, colorectomy, and then insert the T-tube. Obviously, after removing the stones, we insert the T-tube and take out the T-tube to a separate opening. Separate opening on the abdomen. So through which opening you will take? You will prefer the least length of the anterior abdominal wall and the colorectomy. There is almost the midline. You will take it out, inferior to the general regular subcostal incision. Okay. Now let us move to the today's topic. Today we will discuss this. Today we will discuss the various sutures. Thank you. Today we are discussing the suture materials. So we are not going to details on those history and those things. We know that from the very earlier part. Can you see the slide? We know that from very earlier days, many persons are using many things, like some have used the hair also, animal hairs. Some have silk is also, we know, this animal part, and catgut also they have used. Some in the Indian cultures previously, they have also used some insects to bite over the edges of the wound so that wound get opposed. The main purpose of the suturing is to oppose the wounds. Okay. So we have heard about the Sushruta from very ancient times. So what is the qualities of ideal suture material? It should be pliable for ease of handling. Pliable means foldability. It should be easily handled. if it is becoming very much, we cannot make it straight, it is a foldable porcelain, then also there is a problem. If you cannot fold it, then also there is a problem. So pliability is a must, not security. Main purpose of the suture is to secure the reduce the gap. If you do the suturing and after that the knots are not secure, then also it will be not beneficial for suturing. So knot security is also a thing. Sterilizability principle. So that we are everywhere. Sterility is a must. So we have to sterilize everything. So infection prevention is also must. Appropriate elasticity. It should have the appropriate elasticity, non-reactivity. There is a foreign body. So if we are using this on human bodies. So if it gets reaction, it produces the reactions in a different way. So it can produce the various other symptoms also. So to avoid those things, we are using those kind of reaction things which does not produce or produce very less reactive. There is non-reactivity. It is not reactive. It is not identified as a foreign body by the body's immune system. Adequate tensile strength for wound healing and chemical biodegradability as opposed to foreign body breakdown. We have also discussed. Technique of suturing, how to hold this. See that person is using his thumb and the ring finger, and the middle finger and the index finger is for the supporting. So this is the ideal way of holding and needle holder. Also scissor also, this is the ideal way of holding. So this is the control, this is giving him the control. And how to hold the suture material, there is a needle. See, the person has folded it just near the tip and one third from this end. Then it should be grasped in the holder flattened area approximately 1/3 of this length from the suture material. This from the suture end, 1/3 of this length it should be holded. It depends upon the, if you are doing some superficial thing, then you may sometimes hold little bit proximally, distally towards little bit towards the tip also you can hold, but not less than the half. Ideal position is the 1/3 of the proximal part. Now, depending upon the tip, what are the types? Cutting, reverse cutting, or the round. This is the cutting. What is the benefit? Cutting edge or inside of the circle. See, if sutures are like this, all the sutures are concave. So one end is the inner part is the cutting edge and the tip is pointed. See the how if we do a cross section, we can see this is the last part. There is towards the tip. If you get a cross section, you will get a triangle line. This is the inner part. Okay, conventional cutting suture. And if you get a cross section, the body, more you go towards the body suture line, you will find the rectangular part. Okay, cutting edge in the skin. This is mostly used towards the skin, for the skin suturing. Point then reverse cutting. Reverse cutting, you have seen that this is the inner surface is having the cutting edge, and the reverse cutting, reverse of the previous one, this is the outer one is having the cutting edge. This is also triangular in the tip part, and the sharp one is the outer edge. This is the main difference between the cutting and the reverse cutting. Okay, reverse cutting is said that it is less traumatic than the cutting. See, if we apply cutting suture, conventional cutting suture, then the inner part is the, when we suture an edge, suppose this is a skin edge, this is the edge part, we are using this thing. So inner part is the cutting. Okay, so this part is damaged. When we apply the suture, after passing the needle, we suture, little bit tension may disrupt the area. For this only, this reverse cutting idea has come. What does the reverse cutting do? They are cutting the outer edge. So this part is secure. So they have that strength to hold the suture. Understood? Another one is taper cut. Taper cut, see, just like round we will discuss later on. Here you will see that this is the cross-sectional picture view of a round body. And if we apply the reverse cutting property on a round body, means the tip tip, the most tip part will be the your round body type, and as we go little bit proximally, you will find that the outer surface has the cutting edge. So this is the taper cut. This is known as the taper cut. So this facilitates the here facility of the round body as well as the reverse cutting. Depending on the how much the, if we consider it is a circle, so how long of this circle it has covered, it is, if we divide it into the 8 circle, this 2, this 2, this 2, this 2, then you can find that 3 part it has covered. So 3/8 of a circle, if it has covered that much, then it is the half of the circle like this. Some other is straight also, curve also. This is some J-shape tip. You can see special kind of suture. This is mostly used in the laparoscopic part, where we use mostly J kind of needles. Now, 2 more words you will be hearing always. There is a traumatic and the atraumatic. So, what is a traumatic? Traumatic needles are mostly those needles which has an eye in its end, suture ends. Why this kind of needle has been used previously. Nowadays, this has been replaced by the atraumatic needles, and previously we used to use our hands for straight, various kinds of straight needles, and then we have an eye proximally, and through the into that eye we have to tie the knot. So this end is become little bit larger, and this causes little bit trauma to the part of the needle. That's why this is a traumatic. One thread only through one suture on it, we are trying to unthread itself easily. And this is the atraumatic needle. This is the Swaggart needles. So we have see the end thread and the suture end of the needle. This has an eye, the traumatic one, but it doesn't has an eye. This will be inserted inside the Swaggart. Much less traumatic, more expensive suture. Nowadays, this is the preferred one. Let us discuss about the various parameters of a needle, how to describe a needle. Tip, we have needle point, we have discussed. According to the needle point, it can be round body, it can be cutting, it can be reverse cutting. Round body, this will be the blunt circular. In the cutting, this will be the inner surface, this will be the sharp pointed, and the inner surface will be the cutting surface, triangular. And in the reverse cutting, the tip will be the sharp pointed, and the outer surface will be the cutting. And what is the taper cut? Taper cut is the tip will be the round body, while the proximal part will be the reverse cutting line. Those reverse cutting and the cutting property is you will find up to the half. After that, it will be similar in almost all the cases. So what is the diameter length? If somebody go, which one is the radius? The radius is the that radius of the circle, of the needle. If we draw a circle, then what is the radius of that circle? This is the needle radius. Okay. Needle diameter. Needle diameter is the, if we cut the swedge end or the eye end of the suture end of the needle, then we will find most of the cases it is a rounded. All those we have discussed, the triangular shape in the cutting and the reverse cutting are towards the tip, not towards the suture side. The suture side should be rounded. The suture side, this diameter of that circle, that round, is the needle diameter. Understood? This part is the needle body, point, body, and the swedge. Okay. What is the length? Length is the distance between the distance between the tip and the, not the straight line. It is a total length, total distance between the tip and circumferential distance and the swedge. Okay, so this is for the needle length. This one is the needle radius. The diameter means the swedge and cross-sectional diameter. Okay, needle chord length. Another is the chord length. We have discussed needle length means the length of the whole needle. Needle chord length means the distance between the two tips. There is a suture end and the tip. This is not the this is not always the double of the needle radius, because if it is a 3/8 of a circle, then this would have been the distance needle cord end. Okay. So this is the instrument what we require for suturings. This is we are not going to discuss here. Now, sutures can be absorbable, non-absorbable. From the name, you will get it know that absorbable means it will get absorbed into the body, into the tissues by itself. Non-absorbable means it will not be absorbed to the body. We have to remove it after its function has been over. In both the part, you will have natural or synthetic. Means from the natural also we can have absorbable suture as well as non-absorbable suture. Like we have said previously, two names you have uttered. That one is the hair, against the silk, and is your catgut. So catgut is natural absorbable, but silk is the natural non-absorbable. Okay, here is also non-absorbable. Then some synthetic also we have produced we have made some synthetic sutures which are absorbable, but some synthetic sutures are non-absorbable. Again, another classification, both this type will have monofilament, multifilament. Monofilament means if we have the cross sections of the suture, you will find that it is made up of single filament, monofilament, while the multifilament is a multiple threads, multiple filaments are there. Okay. Then the short term, short, medium term, long term. This depends upon its longevity, how long it can be stayed, how long it will survive in the tissue. Size. According to size, we know that this is some surgeon will say, bring me number 1 suture. So number 1 suture, this is number 1, number 2. When we say number 1, number 2, this is not similar to the 1020. This is different. Number with the counts like this. This is a larger part. This is a smaller part, smaller. So this 2 is much larger than the 20. Okay. Generally, we are using skin and those see the hip surgery, deep surgeries in the back surgery. We are using the one. Means neurosurgery, orthopedics people are using the one. Also, sometimes the catgut number 1 we are using in the liver bed. Also, sometimes we are using. And for the vessel repairs, skin closure, it depends upon the which kind of operation we have doing. If we have which part of the skin we are suturing. If we have to cover a skin with a thick layer of the subcutaneous tissue, then we have to take larger 20 size of the suture. If we have to cover a smaller size, smaller subcutaneous tissue and the skin, then we will use smaller sutures like 30, 40, like this. Catgut, how it will be formed is from the collagen of the animal intestines. We found the catguts. Though the availability of catgut is nowadays becoming less, this is a natural, absorbable, twisted multifilament. Okay. Silk fibrin from the silkworm from the silkworm we get it. This is natural. This is non-absorbable. See, we have discussed catgut is an absorbable, while silk is a non-absorbable. Very multiple. Polypropylene, we are using it. It is a isotretinoin polyisomer of polypropylene. Synthetic. This is a synthetic, non-absorbable, monofilament. We are going to discuss these things later also. So, what are the types of absorbable material? Catgut. Catgut also plain gut and the comic catgut. Where it is there. Another one has been termed as fast absorbing gut, fast absorbing catgut. So, where is the difference? Plain gut is loses its strength by the 7 to 10 days and completely digested by 60 days within 2 months. In some tissues, you will find this digestion occur much earlier. In some cases, when it gets infected, it also digestion will become earlier. So this is the average one. This is not not the average, maximum in non-infected, normal, no other complication is there. In that condition, this can be present till 60 days maximum. But its strength get loose by near about a week. Due to poor strength and high tissue reactivity, due to proteolytic enzyme degradation rather than hydrolysis. So, how catgut loses its strength? By proteolytic degradation. By proteolytic enzymatic degradation. Chromic catgut is manufactured with a chromic salt to reduce enzyme reaction. To reduce this complaint of proteolytic digestion, they have used the chromic catgut to so that the strength has been increased to near about 2 weeks, 10 to 14 days. But moreover, not more than this. Fast absorbing guard is by preheating can be used for attaching skin graft. This is called the skin grafting. Grafting area, grafted areas. We want the graft to be secured in this place for a few days. Then it will get the when it get the imbibition and those things, it will get secured itself to the tissue. After that, it is not required. So we need it for a few days only. In this case, we can use this fast absorbing guard. It maintains strength for 3 to 5 days only. Okay. Polygastric, commonly known as the Vicryl. We are mostly using uttering the term Vicryl. So you can see this kind of name will be given on the your suture material. This is a synthetic. Vicryl say composition is what? Polyglycine, braided copolymer which maintains 75% of the strength up to 2 weeks. And then 50% up to 3 weeks. So by 3 weeks, it loses half of its strength. Vicryl or polyglycine. Absorption is usually complete by 3 months. Previously, we have said catgut absorption is usually complete by 2 months. Its absorption almost complete by 3 months. It handles well, has minimal tissue activity, and does not tear tissue. It may occasionally persist as a small nodule or extrude sitting. Monocryl, another we have heard Vicryl, monocryl. So monocryl, what is the composition? It is a polyglycapron. Polyglycapron is the composition of the monocryl. It is a monofilament. It maintains 50 to 60% of the strength by the 7 days. Okay. It maintains 50 to 60% strength at the 7 days with complete absorption by 3 months. Almost similar to the Vicryl, but it's in Vicryl we have said that it maintains the strength a little bit more than the monocryl. It offers better handling and knot security. This is the main advantage of the monocryl, that security is pliability and knot security is much better in monocryl than most of the monocular sutures, with even less tissue reaction than the Vicryl, and is therefore useful where minimal tissue reaction is essential. PDS, polydioxanone. These are the sutures we are mostly using day by day. So you may get this in your practical life also, in your exam also you will get those things. Monofilament polymer with prolonged tensile strength. It has almost similar to the, it's much more better than the Vicryl. 70% at 2 weeks, 50% at the 4 weeks. Okay, and may persist for more than 6 months. Good for high tension areas or contaminated wounds. We have discussed previously that contaminated wound digestion occur early. Suture get digested, suture get light. So in this kind of wound, we prefer PDS. It has poor handling and knot security. The main disadvantage is its pliability and the knot security. Its minimal tissue reaction make it good for repair of cartilage, where inflammation would lead to significant discomfort. Suppose we are going for a laparotomy for an infective peritonitis or peritonitis, whatever be the reason. So this kind of cases, chances of infections are wounds getting infected is much more. So in this kind of case, we will close the abdomen. It is better to close the abdomen with the PDS, polydioxanone. We can use Vicryl also, but there is a chance of wound disruption, wound lesions, so better we use the polydioxanone. This is not commonly used. Maxone polytrimethylene. It's a monofilament that combines the prolonged strength of the PDS and the good handling. So the main handling of the Vicryl. Okay, so this is a combination of these two. The better part of the Vicryl was his handling property, and better part of the PDS was his prolonged strength. So they have combined it and make it this Maxone polytrimethylene carbonate. Let us discuss some non-observable sutures. So we have find some observable ones are catgut, then Vicryl, polyglycine, the polyglycapron, then the polydioxanone, and polydimethylene. These are the mostly used in the normal life. Let us come with the non-absorbable sutures. Non-absorbable sutures are nylon. The mostly used suture for skin closure is the nylon. Some various company ethylene, most widely used Dermalon acetate. Inexpensive monofilament with good tensile strength. Disadvantages is handling and not security, but it remains one of the most popular non suture in dermatological surgery. Okay. Polypropylene, commonly known as by the brand name as a Prolene. Okay. Uh, a monofilament polymer with a very low coefficient of friction, making it the suture of choice for running subcuticular stitches. It has good plasticity but limited elasticity, poor knot security, and is relatively expensive. This has much strength. It's much strength. Choline is we are also using in the herniorrhaphy operations. Also, we are using this kind of means where we require strength and longevity. We are using those prolines. These are non-absorbable. Filth. This is braided natural protein with unsurfaced handling, knot security, and pliability, making it ideal for mucosal surfaces and indigenous area, but limited is low tensile strength and high coefficient of friction, capillarity, and the tissue reactivity. It possesses much tissue reaction. Mostly in the inner operations like open surgery, while we are securing the cystic stump for Goldberg operation, and also securing the appendicular stump in the appendicectomy. Not even just open surgeries, in laparoscopic also we can make a tie and use this silk. Even in the various resection anesthesias, many surgeons used to prefer silk over the other, but nowadays anyone uses PDS also. So it depends upon the choice also surgeon. That polyester or commonly known as Dacron. Braided multi-filament suture with high strength, good handling. Ethibond is coated, low coefficient. Pliability makes this coefficient excellent for mucosal surfaces without the reactivity of the silk. So this has better than the silk, as is the tissue reactivity is less in case of the this one, Dacron or polyester. So these are the most widely used sutures in day-to-day life. So what is the most important for we have discussed it. For exam purpose, you have to know the qualities of an ideal suture material. What is the qualities of an ideal suture material? These are the pliability, knot security, sterilizability, appropriate elasticity, non-reactivity, adequate tensile strength for wound healing, and chemical biodegradability. Okay. Then we discussed how to hold suture in a how to hold needle in a with a needle holder. We discussed about the various types of the needle according to its tip, according to variety of tips. It is the round body cutting and the reverse cutting, and another one taper cutting also. Nipple size, needle types of the needle, traumatic and traumatic, and the various terms in respect to the needle. We discussed cord length, needle radius, needle diameter, needle length. This is the most important part. Absorbable, non-absorbable. You yourself make a list. Okay, sometimes you may get confused. What are the absorbable? Absorbables, you make it. These are the absorbable sutures. Then non-absorbable, these are the non-absorbable sutures. We discussed this already. Then what are the natural? In the natural also, natural list, you may find some absorbable, non-absorbable. At least few you have to know which are the natural, which are the synthetic one. Okay, this is the most. Then if possible, you try to remember the monofilaments and multifilaments as well. Okay. This is how what is mean by the number one, what is mean by the 10, what is the 20. This we have discussed. This is the sequence. This is the larger, smaller. Okay. Then various other we have discussed that this is safe. If you can memorize this chart, you can answer many things. Which one is synthetic? We have mentioned here. Then absorbable sutures, we have discussed that catgut. Then polyclactin is a vitriol, polyglicaprone is a monocryl, and the polydiapsonone is PDS. Polytrimethylene carbonate is a Maxone. And non-observable sutures, we are using the ethylone and the nylon. This is commonly known as ethylone, darmalone, etc. This is mostly we are using for the skin. Proline we are using for the some inner structure, tough structures like during the your endometrius, your herniorrhaphy, those things we are using the proline. Even mesh, hernioplasty mesh, proline meshes are available. Silk is a natural one. This one we have used. This is a synthetic one, and silk is a natural one. So natural one, but thing is that its reactivity is very high. Polyester, polyester which has reduced those mucosal sulfate without the reactivity of the silk. This is benefit. Then this is a non-absorbable type. So I think our instrument class is over. We have covered almost all the instruments. If you have any query, you can ask me regarding any instrument, or if you think any instrument we have not covered here, you want to discuss it more, then you can tell me. We don't have much time remaining. You can go through the YouTube also in future to see this instrument class again. This class will be again in YouTube. So in YouTube also you can get these things. Any if you have any query, you can contact me in the Sajay department also, no problem. So this is our last instrument class. Do you have any question, anyone? So can we conclude? Okay, thank you.